Hi, my name's Lisa and I live in this tiny 1969 vintage caravan, traveling all around the place and doing a little bit of saxophone busking on the side for a bit of extra income. In my last video, I was getting really frustrated trying to work out where this leak was coming in through the window that had caused the whole back underside of the windowsill to get moist, damp and moldy and leaking everywhere. It was just so frustrating me, and I knew that the only real solution would be to get an outside stone guard awning to divert the water away from this windowsill once and for all. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Gary has come to fit the awning, and I especially cleaned the back of the caravan in preparation, so hopefully this works. The other really awesome thing is that he reckons he can check out what's actually happening with my window because he's a super handy man. I love your license plate, by the way, in excess. Yeah. In excess, I love in excess. And yeah, we're probably going to undo the screws all around the window frame and actually pull the window off and possibly reseal on the inside of the window. I think that might be where the water's seeping through because it's a very old caravan. It's 50 something years old, so things deteriorate, but I've found the right person for the job, so I'm happy.
Sort of there, level with it.
Oh, that is so good. Look at this. I am so super stoked with this right now because look at the angle of the dangle. It's going to roll that water straight off the edge. Gary is a bloody legend. He had to do a little bit of tweaking to get the catches in the right place because this one's different from the front one because it goes the full width, which is exactly what I wanted. No more drip, drip, drip Chinese water torture for Lisa. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Gary. You're like a legend. You are a legend. You got the real tools. I'm using my sewing scissors here.
Sewing scissors for this.
Gonna put anything back there?
Well, that's right. You don't know where that water's going to run to at the moment. Well,
I mean, the thing is, we won't know which of the solutions is the solution at this point.
no, definitely sealing the window is one big solution.
Yeah. Kind of good to have the awning up just in time to make shade for ourselves.
Yeah, perfect. Like you.
Well, that's why I had it up high, so you wouldn't bump your head.
Oh, look, yeah, sure as hell I will. I will, definitely. Right, you want those? They're yours. Keep safe.
Oh, they're the broken ones. They can go in the rubbish. They can go in my little rubbish pile. Thank you so much.
It's all good.
I'm so happy. You have no idea. Well, I think you do because I've been jumping around like a banana all morning.
Oh yeah, look, I just don't be able to get back to you. I just get tied up with so much and juggling my boy and just.
I appreciate you making the effort. I really do, and it all worked out. It made me determined to go hunting and pull that chipboard out, and that's a good thing. And this is like a dream come true.
It's good.
Seriously.
Added another dimension.
Can I give you a hug?
Of course you can. I'm good at hugs.
Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's so good. I'm really beyond happy. Happy, joy, joy, happy, joy, joy, happy, joy, joy, happy, joy, happy, joy, joy, happy, joy, joy.
Come to you tomorrow.
Happy, joy, joy. Here's something you don't see very often. Me with my back windows open. I used to have a piece of like call flute sign material in the back window. It basically helps block out the sunlight so I can sleep in the mornings, and also it has the vinyl lettering on it that hashtag sax and the country, because that's my little hashtag that I use for traveling around and playing my saxophone. And I've been able to take that out now and open the windows up because I now have an awning out there. Like, it feels so nice, like just feeling that beautiful breeze coming through those. And also, what a nice guy Gary was. It turns out we got chatting through the window. I'm inside fiddling around with the latches because the little latches were a bit old and rusty and stiff, and so I had some spare ones, and he ended up pulling the old ones off and putting those on for me. And then while he was sort of doing that, I ended up we just went all out on the windows. I ended up scraping off the old like felt type lining between the window and the frame. Scraped it all out with a scraper, and then wire brushed it all and cleaned it with metho, and then put some more rubber sealant all around the edges there. He was tightening up the side of the window frames because he thought maybe where they screw into the van, the original sealant that was put on the inside, that, you know, it's pretty old stuff they used to use, so it's probably gotten a bit dry and brittle, so he's tightened everything up there as well. Like, just, it was really fun. I enjoyed the process of actually doing fix-it-up jobs when you got someone else there to talk to. And we were chatting through the window because I'm sitting in here pulling the latches in to make sure that, you know, they're fitting tight and right and everything's good when we put the new latches on, and got to talking about random things. And I mentioned the fact that, you know, I'd had a serious illness, and he asked what it was, and I said it was rheumatoid arthritis, and turns out he has psoriatic arthritis, which is very similar. And then, of course, within 2 minutes, we both got to talking about the carnivore diet, because I said, I haven't had any symptoms. I've been pretty much disease-free for the last 2 years. And he was like, oh, you know, what did you do? And I told him, and he's just started the carnivore diet 3 months ago, and he's been able to get off all his medication. He was on methotrexate, which is what they first put me on when I got diagnosed, and it didn't work for me, but he's been able to get off it, and he's just loving life at the moment and feeling great. So, you know, that was really cool. It was really nice to be able to chat to somebody about, you know, a common thing. Just really enjoyed just being able to just get stuck in and get some work done. And I feel really efficient with all the little extra jobs we ended up sort of taking on. It's now gone to like nearly 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm tired now, and I don't have it in me to go busking, and it's kind of a bit late for a Saturday anyway, so I'll probably just go out tomorrow instead. That's the good thing about busking. It can fit around my other things going on, and also my well-being. I can do it when I feel like it, which makes it a sort of perfect job for me. I'm just over the moon happy. And of course the ultimate test will be, you know, when it rains again, and whether all these little steps we've taken actually solves the problem of the water coming in or not. Only time will tell. And I just go into every tragedy with this just absolute faith, hope, trust, sometimes despair, sometimes frustration, sometimes grief and sadness, but the result is always amazing, and it's always just beyond my expectations wonderful. And like I said to him, he was apologizing at the end, saying like, oh, I'm sorry I didn't come up sooner, because I'd been messaging him quite a lot, like, you know, the more this rain situation happened, the more I was worried about the mold and everything. And he said, I'm really sorry I didn't get to come up sooner. And I was like, well, you know, in actual fact, if you had come up sooner, I wouldn't have then just the other day discovered the saturated chipboard under that windowsill there. Like, that was a good thing. I was more determined than ever to go looking for it myself and come up with the solution myself and do whatever I could to remedy the situation myself. And I'm, you know, that's been a huge thing to do. And I feel like my van feels, it's hard to put a finger on what exactly it is, but maybe it's just the fact that my nose and my breathing can tell the difference, but it almost feels like energetic. Like, I actually feel, as soon as that sodden particle board was removed and all the traces of moisture and dampness were completely eliminated from the caravan, I felt this lightness of being. Like, I just was this instant sort of like the space feels this is going to be really hard to describe, but the space, the air, the space inside my space feels cleaner. It feels fresher. It feels more flowy. The chi is improved. I don't know how to describe what I'm sensing, but there was definitely a shift I noticed as soon as that was out. Bam. Wow. Everything is gone. Like, there's no more musty moldiness. And it wasn't necessarily a smell thing, because I didn't really smell that. I wasn't aware of that until I ripped it open, and then I really smelt it. But obviously it was lingering in the air, and probably just underneath the level of what my nose and brain was conscious of, was still lingering around there. Feeling pretty bloody proud of myself. Like, it's been really amazing that I've been able to do this and get this done, and meet somebody amazing who could fix it at a reasonable price, and I could afford it. Thank you very much. So yay me. Don't get me wrong, so thankful for those people that have donated and helped me out when I really, 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 really needed it. Like, you guys are like angels on earth, like lifesavers, beautiful, wonderful human beings. But as much as I appreciate that, I also really, really, really feel this incredible sense of accomplishment and joy in my own heart when I can actually do it myself without anybody's help. And it makes me so happy that I can pay my way and pay my bills and get things fixed and do what I need to do, and all from just going out onto the street and making people happy with music. Like, how good is that? Like, yeah, no, I'm really happy, and I'm really excited to see if this holds up in the next rain shower. I have a really good feeling. At the very least, that awning is going to direct the water right away from the whole actual window frame itself anyway. So regardless of whether, that's what I said to him, we're not really going to know which thing works, because it could be all the tightening up and the re-rubbering of everything and the putting new latches on the whole window. The whole window has been basically refurbished. That could be the solution. Or the awning running everything away is definitely going to be a huge part of that. So I'm confident, but only time will tell. And I'm not wishing that rain to come back anytime soon. And the other thing was, a question somebody asked was, I thought you were going to leave as soon as you got your truck back. I kind of did explain in my last video about that I don't like hitting the road and heading off into the great unknown with no money in the bank account whatsoever. That's why I ended up coming up here to the Sunshine Coast, because when I left Brisbane, after my daughter went back to Canada, I had a choice. I could head south down to Victoria, which is where I wanted to go, because I wanted to go back to the dry, or I could head up here and wait until I had this event, because I've already been booked in a year ago for this event up here on the Sunshine Coast happening in May. Now, had I gone all the way down to Victoria, I would have had to come back up again, and that would cost a lot of money in petrol. And had I headed south with no money to speak of, and something had gone wrong, which as it turns out it would have, because that universal joint the mechanic said was like that far off giving way. So I trusted my gut instincts and intuition on that occasion, and decided that heading off into the big unknown with no money in the bank and risking the fact that something could go wrong and I couldn't afford to fix it was not a gamble I was willing to take. So I made the very short trip, an hour up the road, to come here to organise to get the truck fixed and wait until this event that comes up in May. Basically that was the plan: get the truck fixed and stay until the event in May. And of course that was assuming I got the truck fixed on the understanding that I actually had a job at the office here, which obviously I lost that job and everything got thrown out of whack. And then you know the rest of the story if you've watched my videos. So it's been a lot, right? So yeah, as much as I'm over the rain and the humidity and the mold and it's just, I'm not going anywhere, because I have a commitment to play saxophone at this event. They asked me last year to do it this year, and I make a commitment, I stick to it, and I really enjoy the event. It's really fun and I want to do it, so I will be here definitely for that. The other reason I haven't gone anywhere is because the mechanic, he has told me, drive it round, just take it out for drives on a regular basis, just around and around the area, but don't hitch up the caravan and take it anywhere until I've driven it around a few times, and then he wants to come and check it out and just make sure that anything that needs tightening or adjusting is tightened and adjusted before I hitch up the van and roll off again. So that's what I'm doing. That's the plan. And as I said in my last video, my plan is also between now and when I do hitch up and roll out to get that money back into a savings account. I have a separate account. I call it the squirrel account because it's just where I stash any extra money in case something goes wrong, like emergency fund. And I would like to get that back up to $1,500, which I had before I gave it all to the mechanic. When the truck first went to the mechanic, I gave him everything I'd had in savings to that point. So, and it ended up costing $3,000 all up. So it was a lot more than that initial one. And I will make it back up. But by the same time, if things that are dependent on my health and well-being and the stability and functionality of my home, i.e. leaking back window causing mold and an awning requirement, then that's priority too. So what would have normally gone into a savings account and much of my squirrel account will now go into getting things fixed. And that's how it rolls, because that's what squirrel account is for. It's for fixing things and maintenance things. So I would like to get together $1,500 before I hit the road. It's not essential, but in the meantime, while I'm sitting still and I'm in a good spot and I've got beautiful meat being delivered to me, I've got beautiful spring water being delivered to me, I've got a beautiful community of people that appreciate me and always stop and say hello, and people that I like. Everything's good here for me. I really, really like it, and I'm happy here. So I really, the weather sucks. Let's be honest. The weather sucks, but it will get better. It will stop raining eventually. Please, God, please make it stop raining. And then it'll be winter and it'll probably be beautiful and I'll be wishing I hadn't left. Like, honestly, there are worse places to be. Yes, the weather sucks and the humidity and the battles with my leaking caravan have been challenging, but the positives of being here have far outweighed the downside of that, and I'm happy where I am. And yeah, that's that. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching me and leaving lovely comments and suggestions and helpful tips as always. Like, I love my little YouTube tribe, and I'm so thankful because I've been really quite content just sitting here doing my own thing. I barely interact with other humans except when I'm out busking. I'm quite a happy little camper, just pottering around, cooking and cleaning and fussing around my little house and doing laundry and feed my dog and take her for a walk and jump on my rebounder and listen to music and play saxophone. And I'm really quite content in my solitude. But I think that a lot of that contentment with my solitude has come because I still have you guys to chat to, and you kind of communicate back with me, which is really nice. And I love reading all the comments, and it fills my heart, and it fills whatever empty spaces might be from living pretty much 99.9% of the time completely in solitude, and actually really loving it. And yeah, I really actually dig my own company. I do not get bored. I do not get lonely. Yeah, look at my house, Yeah, I'm technically homeless, but I reckon I've got the cutest house in the whole wide world. Like, it makes me smile so much. And I got my little dog. She makes me smile. She makes me laugh. She's hilariously funny. She just does the silliest things, like when we go to bed at night, she jumps around and plays with the toys, and we play games where I throw things around with her, and she's just so sweet and cute that I just find myself giggling and laughing all the time. That's not to say bad crap doesn't happen to me and I don't struggle with that. Of course I do. And I'm not toxically positive. Like, I'm not going to pretend everything's fine when it's really not. I'm just real. And I think there's so much fakery in the world at the moment. People just pretending all the time and sweeping things under the rug, and that somehow or other my genuine realness seems to really kind of affect some people sometimes, and they can get quite kind of just, I don't know, mean. Just bugger off with your meanery. Take your meanery somewhere else. Don't freaking spoil my happy pink bubble, okay? Because I'm loving life, even when crap goes wrong. Even when crap goes wrong, there's a nice, beautiful balance of scale of things, you know? Crap, amazing miracles. Crap, amazing miracles. Crap, amazing miracles. It still comes out with me feeling like it's more good than bad. So, yeah. I hope you feel the same way too, and I pray that all of you have that sensation of a life that gives you more goodness than badness, and if you're struggling with stuff, that you feel that lovely, warm, snuggly embrace of someone that really cares about you. And if there's not a physical person, then maybe it's God or the universe or angels or whatever you want to call that feeling of universal energy that protects us and lifts us up and supports us and guides us when things get tough. That's how I get through. I really, really count on that, and prayer works. Oh, trust me, I was about as skeptical about prayer and God as I was about the carnivore diet, and I've been proven wrong. So, yep, the carnivore diet works, and prayer works, and God exists, and I'm very thankful for both of those things, for helping me become the person I really want to be. Oh my goodness, officially best night of my life. So it is raining a lot. Look at the rain is dripping off the edge. How quiet is it in here? Because there's no landing on the edge there, and so far nothing dripping underneath. I've even been brave enough to put some of the boxes back in. Still got the dehumidifier running. So far so good. I just can't believe how much quieter it is. My good friend Tammy and Tiaras, who I absolutely love, and we talk to each other on the phone quite a lot. Anyway, after I posted the video about the leaking thing, she called me. She said, Bert, her husband Bert thinks he knows where the water's coming from. And I was like, well, how would you know? I'm like, what, from watching the video of where I videoed where it was dripping down from the top to the bottom? And she's like, yeah. Put Bert on the phone, and he's like, okay, Lisa, like, go out there and have a look at it. He goes, right, where it comes over and down and just about an inch under the flat part, there's like a little join there. He goes, I reckon it's getting in the top of that and then traveling all the way down. I'm like, I put my fingernail inside it, and sure enough, there was a bit of a gap there, and I'm like, oh, you might be onto something, Bert. You might be right. So he's like, yep, you've got to get yourself some silicone, get the proper stuff that they use in bathrooms that can handle getting wet all the time. And so I went and spoke to the guy here that does the cleaning here in the bathrooms. So I said to him, do you happen to have any white silicone, that's bathroom silicone? So he came straight over with his big caulking gun and just did a little bead across the top, and I got him to do both sides. Even though only one side was leaking, I got him to do across both sides. Honestly, with all the things that have been done today, if I'd done one at a time, I might have been able to pinpoint exactly what the problem was, but at the moment I'm just really enjoying the quietest night I've ever had in here on a rainy night, and the fact that so far no drips. So thank you so much, Bert and Tammy, and for watching my video. And see, you guys are great at giving me all these tips and suggestions. Someone else was giving me a tip that borax apparently kills mold, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love borax. It's one of the things I use for all sorts of things, including to increase my bone strength. So yeah, I've got lots of such great advice, you know. And anyway, I'm going to sleep really well tonight because today's been a big day, and I'm very excited to actually have a peaceful sleep on a rainy night in my caravan. It's still raining outside, and so far no drips and no moisture and absolute silence. I can faintly hear it outside, but not at all. Like, it's really raining and you cannot hear it. Compare that to when I was videoing it before. Ah, sweet serenity. Life is good. I still got it. Where's it gone? It's in my hand, Pixie. Here, Pixie, I still got it. Look. Ready? Ready? Go. You're so funny. You're such a good little girl. We like playtime, don't you? Yes, we love playtime. It's our favourite time. And where's your favourite toy from America? This one. Oh, she said I love that one. Lamb chops. There we go. Oh, loves that. Yay, got the squeaker in him. Yay, clever girl. She's had him ever since we lived in Oregon. That was the first toy I ever bought you, hey, and you love him. He's your favourite. Even though you chewed one of his ears off, and you love his ears too, don't you? We've still got his ear in there somewhere. Is that one your favourite? Make him go squeak? What's that? She's got her own toy box, see, with all her special toys in it. Yes, you got all your favourite toys. You are cute. You're the cutest. You're the cutest puppy in the world. I love you.